It was never going to be that easy to get rid of me. I'm back and welcome to Westy's class. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about the founding of our nation. Let's talk specifically about how the Constitution is going to set up a government and how the people of the United States are now going to set up that government. So, first thing we have to handle are elections. In the United States Constitution, it talks about proportional representation and it talks about the Congress. So, the two houses that make up the Congress are the House of Representatives and the Senate. The lower house, the House of Representatives, is made up of proportional representation or representation by the state population that you have. However many people you have in your state, the more people you have in the House of Representatives. Those people are directly elected by the people who live in their state, all eligible voters who are in that state. States determine the elections, they determine districts and all that other stuff, and that's still true at this time as it is today. But there's a lot of them that get sent to the Capitol, which I believe they first meet in Philadelphia and then they meet in New York City. But that's where the nation's capital is going to be. Not in Washington, D.C. yet, because Washington, D.C. is not a thing yet. So Congress is going to be sent to meet, and they're going to have to come up with new rules and regulations and laws. On the same side of that, you have senators. There are 2 senators for each state, and at this time, they are not popularly elected by the people. They are not elected by people. They're elected by the people's representatives in state legislatures. State legislatures will determine who their Senate representatives are going to be for their individual state, and they're going to pick 2 people. The problems that you're going to see is that they have to send those people, and then those people have to be sent to where the nation's capital is at during the time. In 1788, the Constitution was ratified, but not every state had ratified the Constitution yet. So, when it comes time for the presidential election of 1788, you're going to have a couple of issues and problems put in there. Mainly, not every state is going to be able to send electors because not every state has managed to set up their legislatures or congressional representation at this time. It is going to be a landslide victory, and the first time there was a unanimous victory, well, it would also be the only time that there is a unanimous victory for president. Anyways, George Washington is going to win. The entire electoral college. That has never been done before. It'll probably never be done. Well, of course it was never done before. There wasn't an electoral college before. Anyways, Washington is elected as president, and he was a little hesitant to take the job. He wasn't exactly thrilled to do it. It's not going to be until Alexander Hamilton kind of sends him a letter and says, hey, they're going to elect you president. You're going to be president. Why don't you come to New York and be the president? So he signs on to be the president. We're going to talk about the vice presidential election under the Electoral College in our next video.